My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show.
Rasslin Rage. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. Let's go down. This is Rasslin Rage. Let's do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
And now, Wrestling Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
And listen to these guys. They're making funny jokes and stuff. You think it's funny? Listen to
I'm having a
you.
good time.
Yeah, all right, whatever. All right, so for some reason, the chat is not working on my computer here. Hopefully that didn't just shut Facebook's totally down. But it's working today. Yay, everybody. Woo, yay. All right, so welcome to the episode here. We're at the Redneck Party because to my right is the redneck rock star Billy Ray Daniels, Skyjacker, and the man, Danny Beals. So,
how you doing, guys?
Thanks so much for joining me, everybody.
Becky Lynch is the man.
Oh, okay.
Danny
Well,
Beals.
all right. So
you know what? I'll
You
even
can't
agree
take
with
other
that.
the lady,
Becky Lynch is
the
man.
lady. Hey, who's this? What do we got? Aaron is now following. Thank you for following. Thank
What's
you
up,
so
Aaron?
much. Thanks, buddy. So, anyways, I thought it was a donation. So
I was hoping.
right, he's like, yeah, let's do some shots. Yeah, party time. Right on. So before we get too far into the show, make sure you scroll down into the description. For some reason, the chat bot was not working correctly, so you're not going to see the thing come up in the chat. So you have to go to the description. It's the streamlabs.com/something, blah, blah, blah. But it's in the description. You scroll down there. It's the donation link. If you donate tonight, for every $5, we're doing shots. Well, except for Skyjacker. I checked his ID when he came in, and he's definitely not 21. Right, Skyjacker?
Nope.
No? All right. So shots for donations, and there's all that. Also down there is...
He's a horrible dad. My dad would have let me do shots when I was his age.
Because you're a
just
real redneck.
Somebody's
You're
going to have to
real-
drive you home at the end of the night,
you're
Billy.
a
So.
real- oh, man, listen to you guys. Also down there... Oh, I got to fix this too, man. Look at this. We're all really behind. Also down there, you will find a link to ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlinRage where you can buy Rasslin Rage T-shirts. Make sure you keep an eye out because there's a new T-shirt coming. But check this out. Rasslin Rage T-shirts are available on ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlinRage. Just click the link in the description to visit our store on Pro Wrestling Tees website. Every shirt is 100% cotton and available in sizes up to 5X. Show your love for Rasslin Rage and get yours today. Booyah! So make sure you visit ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlinRage to get yours today. You can also, when you click the donation link, there's another tab that says merch store, and on there you can get that T-shirt that Mr. Weir wore last week. It's really cool. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And Mr. Weir is the first one, so now there's only 14 left. Better get yours soon.
Hey, I said I wanted to see one before I bought it, so
Well, now
Mr. Weir was the guinea
Use your
pig.
test, so you got it. All
I
right?
have enough T-shirts, but I'm interested in the coffee mugs because I drink a lot of coffee.
Oh, well, there you go. Those are pretty cool. But also down there, WWEshop.com, there's a link for that. If you're going to buy anything on WWE.com in their merch store, click that link first because everything you buy, Rasslin Rage will get a very, very small commission. Very small. Highspots.com is also down there where you can buy equipment, rings, pay-per-views, DVDs, whatever it may be. And they're official sponsors of AEW as well.
Is that the same thing? You have to click on your link and you get money for it?
Yeah,
Or is
if
that
you buy
just-
it.
Even from Highspots.
No, you have to click that link down there.
Okay, so
Is it-
if
yeah.
you go there and you click on that link, so if I want to go and buy something from Highspots,
Yep.
I can do that, and then you'll get a portion of that.
Yeah, I get a small commission. Yeah,
Okay.
very small. Yes, very
I'll
small.
have to remember that.
Yeah, Rasslin Rage also has a Facebook at Rasslin Rage and Twitter at Rasslin Rage with capital R's. You can like those and follow us. Also, YouTube, r2youtube.com. Make sure that you hit the subscription button. That's the red button. Also, mash the thumbs up right now. Everybody hit it. Bam, bam,
Hit it.
bam. Thumbs up, like, whatever it's called nowadays. Do that. And there's a website, RasslinRage.com. I definitely have to get that worked on. And I keep saying that, but you know how it goes. Well, so we're at that portion of the show. We haven't done this in a while because I've had a couple interviews. I did an interview today, so make sure you guys watch the YouTube page, Jack Price. Death Threat Army, Jack Price.
I'm definitely looking forward to
Yeah,
seeing that.
did an interview with him. I got Blake tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to beating up Jack Price.
I have Blake tomorrow before Blue Water. And then I also have Jackson Stone coming up very soon, too. So,
Jackson Stone, that guy is great.
Yeah, I love him.
Absolutely.
love him. All right,
Great.
so we're going to show off a few things in Collector's Corner. So, and you've already seen them, but you haven't. So, haha. Here we go. Boom. So we're back. All right. So with this, mind you, this wasn't on a 1-day deal, right? This is over time. Okay? Over time. So,
He
have
bought
you-
all this today.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
today.
Julio.
I
So-
bet you did. He's just saying that so his wife don't get mad at him.
Exactly.
all right. So first up is this Retro Fest Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to show it off to the
I'm
if
taking
it comes
this
up
one.
missing, I was gonna say we don't know who took it, right?
right. And so it's in like an arcade looking thing, and this would be
That's
a
pretty sweet.
Rockers version of Shawn Michaels.
Isn't that like from the old WWE Raw video game from like Super Nintendo days?
Probably. And this one is Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. And then this one, Honky
Pretty cool,
Tonk.
Yeah.
The honky tonk man.
Honky Tonk. And then we'll show it over here. Like I said, it's like an arcade.
You got a massive glare.
Yeah, I know.
Too
That's
many lights.
Shush. Gotta be able to see, brother. There's those ones. All right. Now. Okay. So I already have this one. Okay. And there's a reason why I got this. Because, first of all, it was really cheap. But I got another defining moments. Ric Flair
Oh,
right there. Now, I have this one signed by Ric Flair already. But story behind this is when I had it signed, I put it in, and I thought it was dry, and I put it in a bag, and it smudged. So now I gotta get another one.
absolutely. Yeah.
If
you
you
have
get
to.
that one signed, you
Yeah.
can just give me the other one.
Yeah, well, no, no. Okay.
Yeah, you
And-
can't have a messed up Ric Flair.
No, no. I mean, you know,
It's
Okay,
not
well then
allowed.
give me that one and you keep this money.
this will if I do go, this will be the third time that I've met Ric Flair, which is amazing. Now, so we talked about this, right? March 1st, Cobo, Seth Rollins, okay, is coming.
And
Every year,
everybody's excited about that one.
right? Yeah, every year I go. Well, I mean, for the past 3 years, anyways. This will be the 4th year. It's been a tradition.
I just want to throw it out there that my little one will not be going to school that day.
No, well, there you
No,
go.
the Skyjacker won't either.
Yeah, no school for the
No.
kiddos.
We'll
But,
have like a homeschool thing.
Right, there you go. So Seth Rollins, and so how it works is when they do the Autorama is you buy the ticket, you get in, it's a free autograph, and then there'll be a lady that goes around and sells 8x10, so you can get an 8x10 one item autographed. I seen this the other day, and I went,
And a photo op.
well, yeah, and a photo op, which is, I mean, it's like, what, $18 to get in, something like that? You get $2 off.
19 if you go to O'Reilly's. on
There you
the
go,
Yes.
O'Reilly's, yeah.
That's where we
See,
get ours from.
Got all the cheap ticket
Or
ideas.
22 if you go and
All right,
get it at the
and
door.
$22 for Seth
That's still
Rollins
not
autograph is not bad at all, actually. But anyways, So we have the Elite version with Intercontinental belt and Raw Tag Team title. All right, with interchangeable fists, by the way. So this will be the next. That'll be one that's going to go up there with the rest of them when it gets signed.
Man, you know what? That looks pretty close. Look at
No,
that.
yeah,
Look at the
well,
face.
and
I
that-
mean, it looks pretty close for
Yeah.
an action figure.
Yeah.
Usually they're
Yeah, he
kind
does
of
look like
hit and
Jesus.
miss.
Well, and it says True FX, you know. You would think now with all these, you know, the computer software and scanning software that they have, that they could eventually, you know, we should see some pretty accurate
break down
figures.
and buy a 3D printer for crying out loud.
There's some groups that I belong to where these guys that they make like customs and stuff, and they're making bigger versions from 3D printers of figures and stuff.
You know, me and you have talked about it. I missed the original ones, the giant ones. You remember those big ones that when they first came out?
Really?
Like the WWE figures. Yeah, they were probably at least a foot. I mean, they were pretty tall.
Huh.
They weren't posable or nothing.
Right.
They were just big.
Man, what's up, man? Nobody really wants to party tonight, dude. I don't know what's going on, dude. We were gonna do shots, but you guys are lame. Come on, man. We need Captain Hawk. What's up, buddy? That's my buddy. He's out in Nevada, prick.
He's in the warm
He's in the warm weather. We're out here in the -20.
Well, you know what? I just
It's
seen
not
here
negative
that
20 anymore.
Well, not
It was
now.
10 degrees on my way over here.
Right.
that Jock knew. This guy is from Scotland, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the way in from Scotland. What's
welcome
happening?
to the States.
Yeah. Hey, welcome. Thanks for
He wanted
hanging
to know
out.
he wanted to know what a redneck is. We should let Billy Ray describe that.
Well, it was already done pretty well.
Oh yeah. So all right.
Josh Harper's got my back, apparently.
Oh, okay, right on. So that's all we have for the old the collector's corner today. So we're gonna move on into what we like to call the indie section. That's where we talk about the independents, and we got a big thing coming up tomorrow. So we're gonna talk about that when we come back.
Mr. Fitness Slim Trim is the supreme ultimate athlete is here to say tune in Friday nights 8 p.m. on YouTube. Rasslin Rage with Cody. Don't miss it. Twinkie Power.
All right, yeah. So here we are. We're in the indie section. We're on the eve of Blue Water Championship Wrestling's event at the American Legion Post 8. We're all going to be there. Of course, this guy's going to be there because he's got a match against James Alexander. Now, doors open at 6:45 with bell time at 7:30. Tickets are $15 in advance, which I do believe there are very few left.
A couple left.
Yeah, you can pick them up at the door for $20. Billy Ray, again, has a match with James Alexander. You never got a rematch for your tag titles, right? And I'm going to call them yours because technically I believe they're still yours, right? You never got a rematch. Here we got these guys.
Well, I have to disagree with you there.
Uh-oh.
Although there was a little bit of a distraction, we did get pinned. So technically they did win them.
They're still yours.
But, I mean, James wasn't at the last show to defend the titles against DTA.
By the way, has anybody seen his tag partner? Like, what's going on with him? Is he, like, tied up in a dungeon somewhere?
I don't know.
I don't know. We haven't seen him since.
I don't know, but the issue that I have with this match is why do I have to put the Tri-City Wrestling title on the line when I still haven't had a rematch yet? And why against James Alexander of all people? He obviously doesn't care to show up to defend his belts.
Oh.
And he obviously cares way too much about another product as to why I like to call him Mr. 205 Live.
Oh.
Just saying. I mean, you can't show up to defend your actual titles because you want to go and do other things. Well, then maybe you should just give the belts up.
Oh, there we go.
Just saying.
All right, so now, Danny Beals, you had some words for Billy Ray last time.
You know,
You have legitimate heat right now between the two of you, and I want to find out. Let's recap. What did you say?
I said Billy Ray can suck it.
Oh!
But why did he say Billy Ray can suck it?
Oh, boy. All right.
That's what I need to know.
What is the context?
What
of
did I
what
do?
you said?
Because 2 seconds before that, old Billy Ray here, it's kind of an inside joke that we're going to let everybody in on. He mentioned a certain cereal brand that I don't know if we can say because of copyright on here. It's been something that me and Billy have gone back and forth on since almost the day we met. I mean, it's just what we do.
Sounds like he's backing it into a corner. But I said and I did.
It's always excuses. It's always excuses.
Oh, here we go.
That's what it comes out to. It's always excuses. Oh, he said this. He said that. You know, when I became a wrestler, I learned you can't just make excuses for stuff. Instead, you just go out and punch people in the face.
Oh!
Just saying.
So who's getting... Oh, don't do that. We almost logged out. We almost... No, I don't
You
want...
did it again.
Yeah, it did it again. We almost gonna
It's
have...
not getting that heated. We don't need to go nowhere.
Yeah. Like, shut it down! Shut it down! They're fighting. No, all right. So, anyways. Well, Skyjacker, what do you think about all this?
It's gonna be crazy tomorrow.
It's going to be crazy tomorrow. Well, hopefully your dad don't get his butt kicked. What do you think about that?
Nope.
No, you think that ain't happening?
I'm married. I can duck and move quick.
Duck and move. Ooh. You getting out of the way of the frying pan.
That's
eh?
it. You shoot your mouth
I've
off.
seen
and
him
you-
walk. He can't move that fast.
So BRD took on Blake at the last event, and Blake got the W, right? And afterwards, you guys shook hands, and everybody was, you guys, whatever. He takes on Justin Maine for the heavyweight title. What's your thoughts on that? What do you think it's going to take for Blake to get the 1, 2, 3?
You know what? I'm going to say this because I went into this match with Blake last month very, very confident. I mean, the kid never beat me before. After the match was over, he got a lucky kick on me. I'll give him that.
Right.
But there's something, I seen something in Blake in that match that I haven't seen from him all year long, or honestly in the last 2 years that I've known the kid. And if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Blake.
Okay.
I like Justin Maine. Justin Maine is an incredible talent, but Blake is hungry, and Blake wants it.
I like that, and I would agree with that, and that's part of the reason why I decided, hey, listen, he's in the main event. Let's sit down with him. Let's talk to him. Let's get in his head. Let's see what he's. I don't want to get in his head to try to throw him off, but I want to know, how's he feeling? You know what I'm saying? Because here you are, one day you're former tag team guy. You're going against Billy Ray, and you get the W, your first W in Blue Water, and then next thing you know, you're facing Justin Maine for the Blue Water Championship. It's like, it's crazy.
It's a Rocky story. I mean,
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
Rocky
It's
story.
a Rocky story. Yeah, one day you're facing Apollo Creed, and he's.
You know what? I'm gonna throw it out there that me and Blake, in our first years in Blue Water Championship Wrestling, followed a lot of the same path. I lost a lot in my first year, and my first major win, I became tag team champions.
What is
So
that?
I have really got to pull for Blake in this because I think he can finally turn everything around.
That would be I hate to say Cinderella story, but it really would
what
be.
What I want to know is, though, is you see it happen with champions sometimes. Is Justin Maine as hungry now with the strap as he was when he was chasing the strap? And you know what? To tell you the truth, I don't think so. But like you said, BRD, you look at Blake, you look in his eyes, and you see he's hungry. He wants nothing more than to prove he's the best.
Right.
And, he might not be, it's an old saying, but still, with him, it's kind of true. He might not be the biggest dog in the fight, but
Keep
he's still
going.
going to fight. And you're going to know that you've been in there with it.
Right. No, and I agree with you. And Blake's a nice guy. Listen, and you know how this goes because you're in the same boat, right? We're not trained workers, but we go to a lot of shows. We interact with a lot of people. We know people at the shows, and I got to tell you, it feels really good, you feel kind of cool when somebody like, hold on, my bad, talking. It feels really good when somebody like Blake and MM3 come out to your booth, your VIP booth, and hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? Mazel tov. Or bonsai. Or bonsai. Is this yours?
Yeah, that one's mine.
Oh, yeah. Yikes. Thank you. Now I got to mix one. But anyways, sorry about that. That's what happens when you start drinking. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be on. I like it. Now, let's talk about two people that you have a lot of history with as well, right? Weaponized Alex Weir. You guys came up together. I remember, and I talked about this before. We talked, because we went to when you won, right? When you won Proving Ground with Levi, and I said it before. I says, it's cool that we know you guys, and we've watched. It's to us, it's because it's like watching a reality TV series. We all want to be you guys. You know what I'm saying? Really, truthfully, I would love to be a professional wrestler. It's past my time, right? Anyways, regardless of that, we watched you, we watched Alex, we watched Cyrus. We watched you guys all come up, right? From your first match, to whatever. I remember sitting with you in the stands, just watching and talking wrestling while we're watching. And those were some of the coolest times. Now, I know you can't do that anymore. I mean, but it is what it is.
There's still on occasion that I go and buy a ticket to watch a wrestling
Well, when Cyrus came back and he was at, what was that, Pro Wrestling All-Stars, and he went against El Ridiculoso for the Cruiser Core Championship. We went down, me, you, and the kids.
That match alone was worth the price of it.
Oh, yeah,
Now,
most definitely.
I have a question for Billy about that. Do you ever stop being a fan? Now, I'm not talking about, where you're going to run after someone for an autograph. I'm talking about, so far, have you ever found yourself where you're not as big a fan now as you were before?
Ooh, good question.
I watch wrestling differently now than I did before.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to be a fan. Otherwise, why am I doing it?
Right, yeah.
If I don't love it, why am I doing it? Then
Makes
I just
sense.
turn into Brock Lesnar and I'm just doing it for the money.
And that's it. Because you see some of these guys who you can
Now, I
tell
like
they
Brock,
don't enjoy
don't
it.
get me wrong,
Right,
but
I
he
got
is
you.
doing it for the money.
I get you. No, and I agree with you. We just had that conversation. There's nothing like we were talking about. Brock Lesnar, AEW, WWE contract coming up. Brock's going to go where the money goes.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're getting off subject here. Kid Bullet, right? So weaponized Alex Weir.
You didn't even talk about the other guy.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. But did you check out these promos? Right, so Alex cut a promo.
Killing
He's
it.
been cutting promos.
They're
He
killing
cut
it.
like a couple, right? And then no response from MM3. And then he cuts this last one. He must have hit a nerve with MM3 because MM3 went off. And I mean, hey, listen.
If he was on the show, he would have put at least $20.
Exactly. That's why I can't. I wanted to play him, but I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
it. And as good as Alex is, does he really want to get in the ring with that MM3?
Here's the thing. Now, I love Alex. Everybody
After
knows that.
coming out of a bring the fans,
Well, that's
fans
it.
bring the
Yeah.
way with
Do
his
you
dad.
really want to come in with him that angry?
No, it's not that though. Alex is great. Okay, I came up with him. I know how good Alex is. But is he really better than MM3? MM3 has been doing this a lot longer, and he has traveled way more places than Alex has. So my thing is Alex really as good as MM3 is?
Ooh.
You know where I'm at. I'm biased.
I know you're biased, but
And that's
that-
why I
I'm
can't
just-
answer the question because I'm biased. Because I'm always going to have the same answer.
I will tell you, I'm really looking forward to this match. It's not the number one match I'm looking forward to on the card, but I'm really looking forward to this match. But
Do tell us which one.
my
are you looking forward
money's
to the
on
most?
MM3.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Blake and Justin Main.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were going to say the Chuck Wagon
You too?
Body Slam
Yeah.
Challenge.
Yeah.
I would like to see. I would love to see somebody.
I thought
body
you were
slam
going to
Chuck
be in the
Wagon,
body
but
slam.
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to be in the Body
I
Slam
rooted for you,
Challenge.
man. I said,
Only if
hey,
I'm the
he
one
needs to
getting
be in it.
body slammed. I ain't trying to pick that big guy up.
But no,
I've seen so many people have to carry Big Chuck. I ain't trying to do that.
with Alex and MM3, I think one of two things are going to happen. Alex is very smart too. Either the philosophy of you make someone mad enough that they fight on pure instinct, you can beat them.
But here's the thing.
Because they're not thinking, because they're too mad. So either is he trying to make him mad so that he comes in on pure just adrenaline and he's going to outsmart him, or is it going to backfire and MM3 is just going to be so mad he's going to come in looking for blood?
There's a lot of thinking at this party.
By the way, Captain Hawkeye, I have beaten Alex before.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Ooh.
But the thing is though, is MM3 has something to prove in this match, way more than Alex does. Alex has already beaten him.
Yes.
Twice, and in tag matches. I've one or two. I don't remember how many tag matches they have.
Right.
I don't remember.
Right.
They've had one or two tag matches, whatever it is. MM3 is the one with something to prove.
He is, absolutely.
Not Alex.
Mhm.
And that's going to be Alex's downfall because he's overconfident in this match. Going into this match, he's already got so many wins against him that Alex ain't got nothing to prove.
I can see where you come from.
Uh-huh.
Again, I'm biased. Alex wins everything.
Plus,
so it is what it is.
You're putting MM3's back to the wall because MM3 is like Blake. He wants to do something here.
You know,
And he hasn't been given the
listen,
opportunity
this
yet.
this is what sucks about being me, right? I like MM3. I've interviewed MM3. I've been to his promotion. I will gladly spend money to go see XICW. You know what I mean? There's all of that. However, you draw the line in the sand, and I'm on the side that Alex is on.
Well, and I understand that. I mean, you've known Alex for how long? Way longer than he's been a wrestler. So I get
True.
that.
That's true.
I get that.
What do you think?
What do you got?
What do you got, Skyjacker?
I think weaponized.
Yeah.
Weaponized? Look, see, you got disagreement here.
Weaponized, Mark. That's what it is.
Oh, come on. So there's that. Okay, now, Kid Bullet, CrossFit Rob. Now, listen, Twinkie Power's coming out of a loss with the 5MW, who, by the way, the 5MW, they announced are out.
Yes.
Are out of the tag
They're
team
taking
tournament.
themselves out.
There is a replacement. Who they are, I don't quite know yet. I mean, I know, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything. So I'm not going to say anything. All right?
Why are we doing this match?
Which one?
This one you were talking about.
Kid Bullet versus...
When was the
CrossFit.
last time Kid Bullet was around?
Who knows? I don't know.
Wasn't it the tournament for the Rising Stars title? I don't think I've seen him here since then.
No.
I don't know, man.
So is he going to come in trying to topple the vet in CrossFit? You know, here's another one, somebody that's got something to prove if they want to make it in Blue Water. And how better to do it than to take down the vet?
Well, there is that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I
This
definitely.
seems to be a whole. I got something to prove.
I can't really say who's going to win this match, to be honest with you, because I don't know how much Kid Bullet has improved in the time that he's been gone.
Yes, that's it. It's kind of a...
He could be
big
a lot
question
better
mark.
than what he was the last time I seen him, or he could still be where he was.
Right. No.
For all I know.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
it.
seen him in
Kid
a while,
Bullet we
so-
seen last time, CrossFit Rob Clooney. You know, if Kid Bullet happens to, like Billy said, you know, maybe have gotten better, who knows? But if it's the Kid Bullet we saw last time, I'm gonna pick CrossFit.
Yeah, I like CrossFit. I like his amateur background. I like what he brings to the show. You know, even though, and and listen, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, but you know, hey, man, he's getting in there. He's getting past the time. You know, and he's not out into the field yet, but I mean, I still like what he's got to offer, and I do definitely think that the young kid's going to have to bring a whole lot for Kid Bullet or to take out Rob.
Well, and
you
he's still gonna have fitness. You know, he's gonna be there.
He's going to be there, but he's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, you got that right.
Oh, and I mean, when I say he's got a lot on his plate, boy, he's got quite a bit.
All
What,
I'm
350?
saying, put me in a match with CrossFit Rob, and we'll be telling the old Yeller story, because I'll take him out behind the woodshed.
Oh, there we go. The challenge has been made.
No more shots fired.
Yeah.
You
Let me
have
just
shot
say,
so
if
many.
you guys don't remember-
I'm going to tell you, you're going to end up like Alex at the end of the show that one time when he got his butt kicked. That's going to be you next. You watch.
I'm okay with that.
Where's DRC? We need to get DRC in here. They're gonna put a hit on you, man. It's over. You're done. Locker room's
I'm
cleared.
okay. I'll take them all on. I don't care.
All right, so Mr.
Take
Fitness
them all on.
and Chuck Whedon are competing in the Big Chuck Body Slam Challenge. Now, according to Mr. Weir, who was on the show last week, he said that those two are going to face each other, and then they get to body slam or try to.
So the winner has to body slam?
That's what I was understanding.
So now is the winner the loser? I mean, come on. You got to pick up Big Chuck if you win. You have to fight to be able to pick up Big Chuck.
I don't know.
Who told you Big Chuck was only 350 pounds, though?
That's
what
what
I
it
want to
was-
know.
That's what it said on BWCW's thing when they announced that there
That's
was a big...
400 pounds if it's 1 pound.
Well, I'm just saying.
Did the scale only go to 350?
I say you put the other foot on.
Oh, Lord. You guys are killing me. And then we already said 5 most wanted. They're out, but I definitely think they were a little scared. I think they were scared of the Roach, and they was like, we got to go.
Uh-huh.
So
You
now
know what? Roach is trying to put dog collars on folks.
that is true. Not trying. They did.
Yes, did.
There is no try.
I mean,
Do or do not, like
Yeah.
Yoda said.
Why are they backing out of the tournament?
Who knows?
Because that's
Don't-
what I want to know.
I have
Why
no
are you
idea.
backing out of the tournament? Because, I mean...
Who's got the inside information?
that's
I
what I'm saying.
think they're scared. That's what I think. To all of you out there in the chat, which match do you want to see the most? I'd also like to remind everybody, if you're not able to make it, I know you're all going to be there, but for those of you that aren't able to make it, you can watch the live stream on Blue Water Championship Wrestling's Facebook page. Let's see here. Beals, which match are you looking forward to the most?
you know what? I got to go with Maine and Blake.
Okay. And you said Maine and Blake too. Skyjacker?
Every match.
Whoa, look at
There
this.
you go.
He's got to be the one. He's that guy. You're
Take
that
the
guy.
easy way.
Hey, the easy way out.
Well, he's sitting awful close to Billy, so I think he's playing it safe.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to see who gets to go against Roach. I want to see who these guys bust into submission. So I'm going to go with the tag
Why?
match because I want to see what's going to happen.
Do you see how big Roach is? They're going to get annihilated. I'm
Anyways.
just saying.
It'll be sure to be a great night. I'll be there along with Skyjacker and BRD because, he has a match against James Alexander. If you're there, make sure you stop and say hi. Always, always say hi. I know we'll see the man.
You forgot to put Mr. 205 Live in front of that.
Well, I'm not trying. That's on you, man. February 8th, Horror Slam holds St. Valentine's Massacre 2 live from Rocky's Pub in Riverview, Michigan. Doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. $12 for pre-sale, $15 at the door. There's VIP booths for $25. There's a triple threat match scheduled for this event. MM3 takes on Nolan Edwards and Dead King Logan.
Dread King.
Dread King?
Yes, he's the Dread King.
Well, okay. All right. Jack Price and Aaron Orion of Death Threat Army will also be there to compete in a tag team tournament against Lotus and the Dirty, who Lotus was just recently on Evolve 119, which is pretty sweet. February 16th, Clash Wrestling returns to Taylor, Michigan for Seize the Day 7. Seize the Day 7. Tickets for the show are $12 a piece. You can also get 4-pack for $40. That's $10 a ticket. Tickets are available on their website, clashwrestling.com. Michigan Independent Tag Team talent Lotus will be there, along with your buddy James Alexander and Justin May.
Isn't James Alexander the Clash champion?
I believe so.
I thought so. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also on the 16th, DSW, also known as Detroit Style Wrestling, welcomes WWE legend Tanaka. This is DSW's 10th anniversary show with names like Mongo, DBA, Alex Sky, Miss Hannah, and of course the legend Tanaka. It's sure to knock your socks off. Tickets for the front row are $15. Yes, you heard that right. $15. They go up if you don't get them in advance, though. 20 at the door. Second row or 10 in advance. 12 at the door. And general admission, $10. What do you want?
Before you move on,
20.
Alex Sky, if you guys don't know who she is, look her up. Her promos are great.
And she's got some guns.
great. I don't know how well she works in the ring, but her promos are great. I'm loving them.
There you go. On the 23rd of February, BCWA Outlawed goes down in Wyandotte, Michigan. You can purchase tickets on their website, gobcwa.com. Tickets are $10 online and $13 at the door. Oh boy. Newly crowned heavyweight champion Justin Maine is sure to put on the main event quality match along with several other talents. Make sure you check that out.
The last show that they did Alex Weir versus Orlando Christopher, I believe. I watched that match. That match was great.
Was it?
Yes, great match.
Now, we are at the end of the indies section. What's that mean? That means it's time for All the Rage. This is where we talk about all the news and developments in the crazy world of professional wrestling. We're going to get to as much as we can, and we're actually a little bit right on time.
Right about where you said we'd be.
Yeah. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, All the Rage. There we go, and we're back.
I like that you have different intros for everything.
You like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get started, Billy, Josh Harper says that he's going to have the 205 put on the whiteboard for you.
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Listen to this. Blake versus Maine. Yep, very good. All right, so All the Rage. Billy Ray, how about that Women's Royal Rumble, huh?
You know what? I told you guys, the last time I was on here, I told you guys, Becky Lynch was going to win the Royal Rumble.
You did.
Yeah,
You did
she
do
called
that.
it.
Just saying.
You know, say it is on record. And it's, video, it didn't happen. There's video, right? So talk about some great storytelling, though. I was telling Billy Ray earlier when he got here, because he was here early, by the way.
Right.
We were talking about it, and that whole match, the whole Royal Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble specifically, I was just, wow. Like, it drew me in. I wanted to keep watching. It was a great story. And it's not easy to tell a story in that kind of a match.
Yes.
And even up all the way to the end. I mean, you had, Charlotte and Becky Lynch at the end. And,
You had to know that's what it was going to come down to.
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, it could have been.
What other two women that were in the match have that much hatred for each other?
Well, I get that.
I thought
that's
maybe
not-
they'd go with
Give them
Nia
a
just because of the
story.
whole broken face thing.
Well, I mean, sometimes WWE has a way of going, okay, that's predictable. I don't want to be that predictable, so we do things different. And they throw a left curve in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those times where I thought there might be a left curve. That's all I'm saying. However, even still, with it being what it is, it was still awesome. I was like, oh my God. And we talked about this earlier. I watched Raw and SmackDown for the first time in months.
Me too.
In months.
Me too.
And I'm not
I was entertained. I
Right.
mean, that's the big deal.
In
I was
months.
entertained.
And I watched because of Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
It was no other reason other than Becky Lynch. Because I wanted Becky Lynch to challenge Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched Raw. And then when she came out, I popped. And then when she came out Ronnie, I told you I'd find a way back to you again. That right there. Done.
There's a little thing, I don't know if you guys noticed, but so she wrestled Bayley before Becky Lynch came out,
Mhm.
right? Did anybody notice that when Becky Lynch's music hit and they flashed back to the ring, that Bayley threw up the 4 horsewomen sign?
Really?
Yes.
No,
kidding.
I didn't see that. Nice. I'm gonna have to go back
Just
and
saying.
rewatch it.
No, I'm going to have to look at that. Hello, Craig. Nice to see you, buddy. I'm messaging you right there. Hello, Craig. Craig's all the way in from Pennsylvania. Just wanted to say hi. But that was definitely a great match. And, hey, look, too, I got to tell you, Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor, oh, my God.
Yeah.
One of my favorite matches.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to see that match again.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, and I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, Brock Lesnar must like Finn Balor. That's just the way it is because he doesn't do that for a lot of people. He doesn't do like he must really respect that guy, which is cool. So yeah, definitely cool stuff. Now,
I don't know if it's so much he respects him or if he respects the work he puts in.
that could be that too. Regardless, we really can't comment on that. But regardless, he doesn't do that for just anybody.
No.
You know, look at the Dean Ambrose and him when they did the Ambrose Asylum match or whatever it was. Okay.
That was rough to watch.
Yeah, exactly. So, what about Nia Jax taking out R-Truth to take his spot in the Men's Royal Rumble?
I love it.
This is the first time we've seen a woman in the Royal Rumble since, what, a while ago.
Yeah.
And not only that, I think that Nia Jax is the first woman ever to
be in both.
To be in both in the same night, as well as the first person ever to eliminate somebody in both.
No.
No.
Beth Phoenix eliminated somebody last year, right? Because she eliminated the Great Khali in the Men's Rumble.
But she wasn't in both.
Not in the same night, but she has eliminated somebody from a Men's Royal Rumble match.
Well, not in the same night.
No, they're talking about the same night.
That same
Yeah.
night. So, kiss it. Now.
Wait a minute. Wait. I got called out.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it to his face. How you like that?
Exactly. That's better.
Right.
See?
Now the talks begin over the intergender matches, right? There's people that are against it. There's people that's for it. There was always this thing after the Attitude Era where they would say, listen, as long as WWE is traded publicly, they can't project the image of men and women fighting or women or men beating women, per se, okay? What's your thoughts, Mr. Beals, on intergender matches? Are you yay or nay?
You know, I think you have to be very careful with them because you do have young fans. And what kind of image do we want to project? Like with the Skyjacker. He knows you ever put your hands on a woman, then you got to answer to Dad when you get home. You know,
You don't have to be scared of him.
but
I bet you got a lot more speed than he does.
I'll promise you he's faster than me. But you know what? I'm the one that cooks his meals. But no,
great.
you know what? So,
You can live on sandwiches.
but I've seen it. You know, I've seen matches that are intergender, and I've seen some really great intergender matches. I just think you have to be very careful with it.
You know what my favorite thing about this is?
What's that?
Is everybody's complaining that Nia Jax went in there and eliminated people. That they hit Nia Jax, you know, because Dolph Ziggler hit her with a super kick, Rey Mysterio with 619, RKO, whatever. And everybody's complaining about all this stuff. But not one person complained when Becky Lynch beat the crap out of James Ellsworth.
That's
True.
true.
True story.
What's the difference? The difference is she went into the Royal Rumble that could have possibly put her in a main event spot for WrestleMania.
That's a good analogy.
Who's to say if she won that she would even challenge a girl?
True. I like, you know, I don't mind it. Again,
I would not be surprised to see her as United States champion or fighting for the United States championship at WrestleMania.
okay. Well, I that's not a bad thing. Here's my
Especially because R-Truth is now the United States champion, and that's who she beat.
right, and that's what they seem that they're going towards. And she would be the first woman to hold a traditionally men's title since China.
Yes.
You know. However, let me say this: somebody like Nia Jax going against somebody like, you know, Orton, or somebody like, not so much AJ Styles, but you know, somebody like that, like Randy Orton. That's more believable than, say, Nia Jax versus AJ Styles, or Nia Jax versus anybody else. Mustafa Ali, right? Okay, it's just not believable to me. Or Brock Lesnar, you know what I mean?
Right.
I could even see her going against Braun Strowman. Could I see her getting her butt kicked? Oh, absolutely. However, if you were to put...
I don't know. I don't know, because the story's there and everything. I don't think Braun Strowman would hit her.
I agree with you on that as well. I just... Dolph
It's just 'cause the type
Dolph
of person
Ziggler,
is.
Nia Jax. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it just... There's only certain people that could go against Nia Jax as far as as an intergender match goes. I don't see, like, Sasha Banks, for instance. Sasha Banks and RVD? No, man. Who?
No.
Sasha Banks, Mustafa Ali? All right. I'm basing it on the size and the believability of the match, right? That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Do I believe that there is that the smaller guy can do it eventually? Absolutely, or the smaller woman, but not in this instance. I just don't think that this is the way. I don't think that this is the right way to tell the story.
Right.
It's just
well, I'm reading here, and Josh says she wasn't a joke. Nia was a threat, and I think that circumstances was handled perfectly. But and that's it. They didn't make.
My biggest thing is I know some people complained about her throwing somebody over the top rope, but why? The person she threw over the top rope was 205 pounds tops.
Right, so I could believe it.
And they bill her at being 280 pounds, so why couldn't she?
Right.
She was technically bigger than everybody in that match at that time because Braun Strowman was on the outside.
No, and I can believe that. Can I believe her throwing like the Great Khali out? No. Can I believe that she might throw RVD out? Maybe. How about Brock Lesnar? She might need help with that. And even Braun Strowman, I think she would need help with.
Rey Mysterio, she could have thrown.
Oh yeah, Ray.
But you know what we've seen?
Dolph.
But we've
those
seen
guys,
smaller people throw the bigger guys out if they catch them by surprise. So the Rumble was a perfect spot to do that because anybody can put anybody out in the Rumble if you can catch them at the right time.
I've put a lot of big guys out of Rumbles. All you got to do is just goad them into running at you.
Right, but let's think about this from a different standpoint. We're looking at it from story, right? We're telling a story. There are people in the ring, and they're telling us a story that we want to believe, right? Because there are people that believe it, and there are people that want to believe it, right? Okay, so we want to believe it. And when I look at it and I go, okay, so Nia Jax is in the Men's Royal Rumble. If I start seeing her throw out, RVD, Brock Lesnar, people like
then
this,
you start losing
then I'm
the
like,
believability.
I'm like, okay. But Mustafa Ali, chuck him out like nobody's business. Okay, I see that. I see AJ Styles. I see Daniel Bryan. Guys like that. They don't want to go too crazy with it. You get what I'm saying? And they shouldn't. They want to make it believable, and they should.
Yeah.
They should. Because if they don't, then what are they doing? Why even bother doing it? You get what I'm saying? Make a story out of it. Make it something. Make it something bigger than what it should be. Does that make sense to you?
But is it just going to be a one-off thing?
I hope
not. Or are they
not.
actually going to do some kind of story going forward?
I hope they do.
Because, I mean, they can at the coming up pay-per-view because she's in that tag team.
Well, for that pay-per-view, but we got, that's Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And then we got, Fastlane in there somewhere. And then
we're still doing that one?
Yeah, and then we got
pay-per-view for it?
And then we got WrestleMania.
No, are they gonna? Is this a setup for Carmella to defend her partner? Her friend. I mean, well, that's it. That's if this is where they're going with it, I exactly agree.
Right.
So, Craig, I gotta say something on what you said there. If she winds up getting a concussion from wrestling with a guy, it's just karma.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And that's the name of the game. I'm not saying that everybody should walk out with a concussion.
I don't think that she's that great. She's hurt too many people. Yeah. And I can say in my short time, I have never hurt anybody. And there's not a lot of guys out there that can say that, but especially Nia Jax and Sasha Banks.
Right.
They hurt way too many people.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to go on record with this.
On record. Write this down. Well,
really,
it's on tape.
Last time he was on here, he couldn't have an opinion about nothing, apparently.
Nia Jax, to me, is what Seth Rollins was 3 years ago. Step in the ring with Seth Rollins, you're going to get hurt. He was... I don't know what was going on because it was just for that little bit there.
I got to stop you there. Here's the thing. The two that I know you're talking about is Finn Balor and Sting.
Yeah.
One, Sting was too old to be in the ring to begin with. That was not Seth's fault. Two, Finn Balor, go back and watch the video of how he puts his arms back. That happened because of the way he took the move, not because of the way that Seth gave the move.
You know what? I will watch that. Because you do this. So from looking at it from your side, I will absolutely watch it. And see.
Yes, Sting should have never been in the ring. he was too old to be doing that anyway.
Oh, shut your mouth.
I'm a huge Sting fan.
Shut
always
your
was.
mouth.
But
He's too old. You know what?
He is, but so
they're
is
gonna
The
be saying the
Undertaker.
same damn thing about you.
That's okay.
And you're like, oh, and you're walking up the ring, and you're like Greg the Hammer Valentine, and you're still in the ring and barely moving. You just kind of stand there a little bit, and the ring bounces around, and you bounce with it a little bit. I don't even want to hear it.
If
You're
I
gonna
had ever looked
$40
like
for an interview, and you're gonna just put a ring out.
If I ever look like that, I expect everybody to tell me to retire. Okay? Just come straight to me. I'll respect that. You come to me if I ever look like that.
Josh will put it on the side. Hang it up, Billy Ray.
Have you seen the meme with Virgil, and he's like at a Comic-Con, and it's like
And there's nobody around.
there's nobody around, and it's like supposed to be somebody else's area, and he set a table up front and put Virgil sign up. It's Billy Ray.
He's gonna be the guy jumping into photos and charging you for it.
I'm just messing with you. So
Dude, I'd charge Virgil to take a picture with
that,
me.
you had some words to say about this, but WWE looks to be searching for its next female star. WWE announces partnering with Bunham Murray, I think that's how you say it, Productions. They're well known for their productions in reality TV. They currently work on Total Divas and Total Bellas, and I found this out keeping up with the Kardashians, because I all know that Mr. Beals here he probably has a subscription to the E! Network just so he can watch that show, because he's in
That
love.
was supposed to be kept quiet.
The Kardashians. He loves them. And he probably likes Caitlyn.
I was just about to say that. That's not his favorite, isn't it?
There's where I draw the line.
Anyways, so let's see here.
Okay, first off, there is so much female talent out there. Why are you doing a reality show?
Who knows?
Just sign the girls that you want.
Okay, I get that, but maybe they are going to bring in these independent talents and make them compete, and do it in a reality TV
But why?
setting.
Because here's
Ratings
the thing.
and money.
I understand that, but here's the thing.
Yes.
They're not just going to do a reality show and let it be a competition. It's all going to be staged. So just sign the girl that you want to sign.
Ratings and money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you would save money because you wouldn't have to run a stupid reality TV show.
Who knows? How much money do you know that they're probably going to make off that show, though? In ads and in dollars. That's more money to get paid.
You know, they'd make more money if they put it on HBO and showed a little bit of skin, though.
You know what?
Yeah, but
Just
remember, they're publicly traded.
I think
They were
it's
publicly traded during the Attitude Era, and they still got away with a lot of
Were
crap.
they? They
yes,
didn't go.
they were. They
Yes.
towards about the middle.
Oh, okay.
If you remember, they didn't switch to the PG until Linda was running for office, and then they switched because they wanted that image for the McMahon family so that she would get elected.
If you guys are really paying attention, they're going into a little bit more risque
Yes.
stuff.
I don't know
Look
that
at
we'll
all the
see.
stuff with
No,
the
I'm not paying
Usos
attention.
and Mandy
Excuse
Rose.
yeah, I didn't see Mandy Rose half
Yeah.
naked or.
I don't
extra
think we'll go to as far
Yeah.
as the
As he
HLA
looks
days.
away,
But
I know he was watching.
I didn't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. I just hope.
I won't
Listen,
tell you
I like
that.
it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. It doesn't need to be too out of hand. I don't want to see hardcore death matches like CCW type stuff. I don't want to see that.
No.
I'm not into that. Some people are. I'm just not into it. Hardcore matches, like what you and Levi did. I can dig that,
yes,
but not this crazy, like, oh my God, Abdullah the Butcher scar stuff going on. I don't need to see none of that.
Speaking of that kind of whole thing, now everybody knows that WWE has put the ban on certain moves,
Yeah.
right, over the years and whatnot. Has anybody noticed that this Andrade
Cien
and
Elmas.
Rey
Well, now he's
Mysterio
Andrade.
thing, they've been doing the Canadian Destroyer in their matches.
Really?
And it's like the first time I've seen anybody do a pile driver that's name wasn't Shawn Michaels. I'm being for real.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was two
Like,
guys.
Well, and the
Yeah,
curb
I think
stop's
they're
back
in
too.
it. Yep.
Curb stop's back
Are
again
they
too.
getting more lenient with this stuff? So if they do start doing hardcore matches, are they going to say it's okay to hit people in the head with a chair?
I doubt it. Not with with the concussion protocol that they're going through. Did you see that
But
article?
the pile driver is the same thing.
I
If
didn't
you
wanna-
don't do it right.
I
you're gonna
know, I get
concussion.
it. I was talking, I was reading an article, and I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it now since we're talking about it, right? Daniel Bryan, the concussion protocols that he has to go through because of all the concussions that he's had.
Yes.
Did you read that article about what he has to do? Like, every match, he has to come back, he has to do, like, a very long math equation, and if he gets it wrong, he's ineligible to compete.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, seriously? What if you just had a bad day and you don't know how to count that day? You know, because like I suck at math, dude, right? You know, it's like 9 times 2, 17.
I'm sure they work something out, and my guess is he's probably good at math, and that's what he told them. So that just makes sure his brain is functioning.
And I get it,
You know what I mean?
but my point that I'm trying to make though is I don't think we're going to get to the point where people are taking chair shots or table shots for that matter, because we don't see a lot of tables anymore either.
No.
It's reserved for TLC pretty much anymore.
And even then, it was kind of
right, and even right, and I just don't think we're going to see that stuff anymore because of the concussions. Because like, and I can speak from personal experience because with what I do, because I'm a karate instructor, you know, I have to have concussion training. You know what I mean? I by the state, I have to go online, I have to watch this thing and take a test, and they send you this thing, and then I got to send it to PK. You know, I got to do all. Yeah, dude, it's all because it's crazy. Like anybody that's involved in sports now, like if you're a coach or anything like that, you have to take this concussion training so that you don't let your kids play. Here's a question I had though,
and it's kind of for Billy. Is there, like in football, you have 4 and you're done? Does wrestling have that? You know, or where
so many concussions,
so many
and you're done?
Apparently they did
done.
because they stopped Daniel Bryan from wrestling for what, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
So apparently, I would say
Yeah. Well, and it was
I
like
don't
like
think-
10 concussions though, man.
Oh man,
But
yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
think it's 4 and you're done. I think it's within a time frame.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like Alexa Bliss, she got like 2 or 3 of them really, really quick. So she didn't have a match from, what was it, September?
October, yeah, September,
Yeah,
October.
it was long. I mean, and you know what? I'm
Her
glad
first match was the Royal Rumble, wasn't it?
I'm glad that they're doing
And
that.
I will say, since I brought her up, she has improved a lot.
It's Alexa Bliss. Everybody,
I'm not talking about her looks. I'm talking about her in-ring
I'm not
skills.
talking about him either. No. Not talking about it. All right, so this weekend, right? So last weekend we had a big wrestling weekend, right? We had Takeover, we had Royal Rumble, we had ROH had a pay-per-view as well. This weekend, Super Bowl. Okay, everybody that's into the Super Bowl, that's into football. My Patriots are playing. My guy,
I was gonna say,
Tom Brady's
go
in
Pats.
there, going for his 6th ring, maybe his 5th MVP, hopefully. Anyways, because I'm a Michigan guy. Regardless of that, if you don't want to watch the crappy halftime show and maybe you don't want to see somebody's boob fly out or something like that, because you know that's happened before. You can go to WWE Network. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Twitter, Facebook, and WWE.com. There is going to be a match, a halftime heat match. All right. The last time this happened,
God, does that bring back my
yeah,
childhood.
Yes.
this was the empty arena match with Mankind and The Rock. Mankind won the title
Yep.
from The Rock. Okay. Now,
He
This-
cheated.
this
You go back
time,
and watch the match. He cheated.
this time it's going to be a three-man tag match. Okay. Yeah, Velveteen Dream, Aleister Black, and Ricochet on the team. Which right there, that's like sold, right?
Yeah,
You like that's
absolutely.
pay-per-view worthy,
Yes.
right? Okay. And then then facing off against Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano, excuse me. Holy my goodness, right?
Yeah.
Why would you not switch to watch this, or at least keep it on the TV and
You know,
turn it on
honestly,
YouTube on your phone?
I think they could charge a small fee and they get
Yeah,
paid for
right.
that.
Yeah. The kicker, your boy, the man, Shawn Michaels, is going to be calling the action of this match. Now, here's even something even a little bit more to this, is that it's not going to be taped in an arena. It's going to happen at the Performance Center. And it's going to happen at the Performance Center, and it's going to be family members and other talents from the Performance Center that are going to be in there watching it.
I like it.
Yeah, I really like the idea, and I think it's going to be really cool. And it's another way to get those guys' names out there. Not that they're not already,
You know, the only thing I have an issue with on this, and I'm just going to be honest.
but what's
okay?
that?
Okay. You got Velveteen Dream, Aleister Black, Ricochet, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano. But do any of these 6 guys have the star power that Mick Foley and The Rock had when they did theirs?
No, but you got to also, like, this is a whole different thing, too, because The Rock and Mankind they were on a whole different stratosphere at that time.
But how are they going to get people to tune in? They don't have the star power that they do. And
you know what, though? People love NXT, bro, and I really think that this is, I think it's gonna work with everybody, because you got those people that are like, screw the NFL because of the whole flag thing and whatever, and they'll watch wrestling. Especially in them Southerners. You know them Southerners, they love their wrestling.
They love their football, too.
Well, yeah, but they love their wrestling. They love their wrestling. And if they do, listen, man, let's watch some wrestling or watch the halftime show with the boob falling up. Well, I might watch the boob. But regardless. Anyway. So, here we go. This is a little heat here. You ready for this one? And this is personal heat, so you don't have to comment on this. But, looks like our hopes and dreams of ever seeing a hurricane in Port Huron are almost to an end.
No, you know what? I'm with you on this.
All right.
I absolutely am.
Because they're getting torn away because Shane Helms, the Hurricane, is signing a contract with WWE, and he's going to become a backstage producer. Now, this is a trend now in WWE. They're hiring a lot of guys to come back to the backstage producer. Abyss, Sanjay Dutt, Double J, all these guys. They're all coming back. And they're all coming back as backstage producers.
I think they're inventing jobs.
They could be.
I think they're inventing jobs to keep some of the older talent from going to other companies and helping them out. Because
there it is.
You know what? You don't have to. You can have some of these vets. They just
Why do you think they picked up Matt Riddle?
They
and
show
Walter?
up, the money's there. Because you're gonna go.
I'm glad they picked up Walter.
If you get a chance to see Abyss,
no chops.
Did you see that picture?
No chops.
I don't care right now. I mean, I will maybe in a few years, but right now, I don't care how old Abyss is. If you tell me Abyss is there, I'm gonna buy a ticket.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna watch him on TV.
You like Abyss, Skyjacker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, I'm kind of different here though. I'm a bigger fan of Sugar Shane.
Okay.
Than I was the Hurricane.
All right, well, I like the Hurricane. If you guys don't know Hurricane.
You know what? I'd like to be in the ring with Hurricane. I'd choke slam him.
Hurricane cut me a promo, so I'm a fan of Hurricane. Let's put it there. I like Hurricane. He's a nice guy.
But did you like him better as the Hurricane in WWE or Sugar Shane Helms in WCW?
The Hurricane. He was far more entertaining.
I liked him as a Hurricane, but then I also liked him
especially
in his role.
when he got Molly Holly, Mighty Molly. Oh
now
my
that was
God,
funny.
that was
Right.
great.
When he was with Impact, and he was coming out.
And Rosie?
He was more in his vet, veteran, producer and mentor role and helping other guys.
Even when he was just Shane Helms as the Cruiserweight Champion, the longest reigning Cruiserweight Champion in SmackDown history or whatever at the time they were.
Let me just say, let's back up a second. This whole announcement from Blue Water Championship Wrestling of the
you were pretty irritated by that.
Yeah, I was. I'm still irritated. By the way, I can't make the first show because I have tickets to NXT. Anyways, it's the same day.
I don't think he's really feeling bad about that at all.
No, I don't think so.
But I was ticked, and I stated, and I said, if it's Gilbert, I'm disowning you. And
Is he disowned?
Yeah, I haven't even talked to him.
Do you have the papers?
No, I don't really know what I can do. I mean, legally, I don't know what I can do. However,
as we said earlier, video or didn't happen.
But seriously, screw that guy. Gilbert sucks. All right, that's my whole feeling on that.
You know what though? Who is he gonna fight?
I know, but I'm not gonna say.
Yes.
Do you know?
I know.
Do you know?
Yes, I do. Well, you know what? I think I know because I was told something. And then, you know how it goes.
Oh,
you're told, and then things change, and something happens, and so calls in, and then your mother's aunt's second cousin. You know how that goes. It is what it is. All right. Anyways,
Gilbert versus BRD, says Josh Harper.
Please no.
I was going to say, would BRD consider this? the bottom of his career.
Right. Okay, so
He
big
can't
talk.
say. Sorry, Billy.
I'm telling you what, if they book VRD versus Gilbert, you're gonna see some Chris Jericho style promos.
I really like. I dig that. All right, so big talk, lots of talk. Dirt sheets are blowing up. Internet's going nuts.
Oh, this is
I mean,
my
I've
favorite.
seen like I'm gonna listen here. Okay, listen to this. All right, I seen posts on Facebook. You know, because social media is wonderful. Of people like literally almost ready to just lose their freaking minds because Dean Ambrose is going to leave WWE allegedly, right? So you know it broke on the dirt sheets. I think it was Wrestling Observer, and then it was within the day or two, WWE confirmed that Dean Ambrose was going to leave. There was no stating of that he's going somewhere else or he's going to A-Dub or he's going to this or whatever. The story was that the dirt sheets were given, not WWE, is that he's going to take a break because he's frustrated with the development of his character within WWE. Now, people that are in this basement as we speak do not believe that this is the case, that they believe that this is all BS.
It's a work.
And that something else is going to happen. Now, I've heard this theory previously, but not to like this. A guy I know runs another podcast, and I think he's out California, New York, somewhere. Anyways, but he runs his own podcast, but he actually works for ESPN. And he was saying his theory is, and I believe this is how I caught it is that they're going to retire the Dean Ambrose character. That gone, right? He comes back repackaged as Moxley. Attitude Era, hardcore Moxley. The old school indie Moxley, CCW.
I'm not hating that. I'm not.
That's
the only way it would work is if they give him creative control over his character.
Well, yeah, because that's what he had previously. That's what he had previously.
That's the only way it's going to work.
And I don't think they'll do that.
Scripting his promos, he can't be John Moxley with scripted promos.
Yeah.
You have to let him go.
Yes.
And I agree with that. And that guy is on a different level.
Take on it though. I like that.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sweet.
Yes.
I heard that and I'm like, that is probably one of the best theories I've heard so far. And I kept it to myself, and it wasn't me that said it. It was his name's Todd, and I was like, that is very, very interesting.
I will say to
never
anybody
thought about
that's
that.
watching this, if you haven't seen a John Moxley promo, go look it up.
Absolutely.
Go look it up.
Anything with John Moxley.
Don't even worry about the matches. Just watch the promo.
Well, there's that too.
Because that's
anything he
where
did in the
it's out there.
CZW is going to be bloody mess.
Yes.
By the way, just so you know.
They won't do that much blood though.
Not in WWE.
No, it'll be a watered down WWE version of, but still, I wouldn't
even
be
a
mad.
watered down version might be better than what.
That's it.
we're
I would
getting
not be
now.
mad.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Dean Ambrose, but I think there's more there.
Yeah.
And it's not because of Dean Ambrose. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, absolutely. Because
I feel like he's being held back. Because he could
there's-
really, really be
right.
the heel if he really, really
there's
wanted
someone
to be.
there's someone that we get to see often,
Oh yeah.
and that we know,
Mhm.
who, when you look at Moxley,
Hey,
you
didn't
see,
you know you're in the wrestling business and you have to drop names every 5 minutes to get
Yes,
over?
That's right. That's correct.
But you can see, not Dean Ambrose, but Moxley. You can see that person's influence there.
Oh yeah. Well, he was in the recent
Yeah,
thing with him
that's
on
it.
WWE Network.
Uh-huh. So, I would love to see that because I think that's what the fans are wanting now. They're wanting the more real. We
Yeah.
all want to, like we always talk about. We all want to believe.
Yeah.
But the days of the gimmick stuff, it's coming to an end. I think. I mean,
Well,
it's
no.
just my opinion.
Yeah, here's
It'll never come to an end because there's always going to be the gimmick. Otherwise, why do I care about this guy?
now I agree to an extent. All right, and what I mean when I say that is in the Fed, yeah, they're not doing a lot of it in the Fed anymore.
No.
But when it
They're
comes
stupid.
in the Indies, The gimmicks are
See, no, that's what
well
I'm-
alive.
That's what I'm talking about.
And, I mean, even in
I should have
Impact.
clarified. In WWE, it's almost like they're running out of ideas.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
But that's what the problem is, though, with why people don't want to watch it, because they're not invested in these characters, because the characters they have are the guy I know from across the street.
The guy I know.
Yes,
There's
there's
no
no-
character.
No, and
They're
you're right.
just
There-
another guy.
Yes.
There isn't. There's no. It's
you know-
nobody looks.
It's like, honestly,
Nobody
like,
has a look anymore.
Blue Water Championship Wrestling, XICW. I go out there, I drink the whiskey,
Mhm.
I have fun with everybody, and they love me because of that. Not because of what I can do in the ring, but because of who the character that I am.
Yes.
So
But that's
why
it.
don't you do that on the
Thank you.
big stage where
Yes.
it needs to be?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and at
Because
one
you're
time-
making all these guys that wrestle on the indies think, oh, well, I don't need to be a character. I just need to be a wrestler. And then you're never going to get signed because you're just a wrestler, and wrestlers are a dime a dozen, whereas characters are what's going to get you over.
Right.
Yes. You know, and that's it. You know, like Billy said, there are guys that you love just because of their gimmick. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's go with one of the biggest ones.
Twinkie
of all time.
Power.
Well, you know, no, let's go bigger.
Okay.
Let's go bigger. All right.
If he says Hulk Hogan, I'm super kicking him.
No. We already know that one. But let's
Hulk
go.
Hogan.
Let's go Andre even. You know, and I love
Oh.
Andre. I'm a huge Andre fan. But even in-
Okay.
even
Talk
in-
about it for a second, Andre. Were you a fan of heel Andre?
You know what? I loved seeing heel Andre. I really did.
Really?
Because it allowed him to do something different. Andre had been the guy for 20 plus years, you know, and he never
Sounds like
got
you're
to
taking a leap.
adventure out. But when Andre the Giant, because I hated Hulk Hogan, when Andre the Giant,
I have just earned just a little bit of respect for Danny Beals.
Oh,
well, you know, I was always a fan of the heel. As a kid, I did not like a lot of the faces. But when Andre took that big old hand and he ripped that cross off of Hogan's neck, you believed it.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you know
That's
that
what made
those
Andre
promos
great.
when he turned and he went with Bobby the Brain Heenan and he turned and he went against Hogan and it was on the Piper's Pit? You know, both those, there was two of them. They were both recorded on the same day.
No, I did not.
They were both recorded. They recorded them both on the same day where Hogan was almost in tears because Andre
Yeah.
turned. Yeah. When we were almost in tears, when Hogan turned on us. Oh, sorry.
Well, you know what? I have to
No, that
laugh
was
because
sweet.
you hear Hogan tell this story, and he's talking about how he kept telling Andre, "I don't want to do this, boss. I don't want to do this." And Andre told him, "If you don't, I'm gonna hurt you." You know?
Did you watch that HBO special on Andre the Giant?
Yes.
That was amazing.
Absolutely,
Amazing.
absolutely.
So, since we're talking about Andre and Hogan, since you want to talk about that for a second, there's word that the match at WrestleMania 3, Andre the Giant was supposed to win that match.
Really?
And he changed his mind.
Hogan
Midway
said that
through
he
the
didn't
match.
know right up until the last minute.
That's what he said. Hogan said in this. He's
Yes.
like, I didn't know to the last minute. So I could believe that. And that was one of those Andre. But, and even when you watch the special, you know, they all say Andre knew he was at the end.
Yeah.
You know, like it was time. And
Well,
he couldn't do it anymore.
They had to work, from what I understand, they had to work him around the ring ropes because he needed them to get up. He wasn't getting up if he wasn't at the ropes. So that's why you would notice that he would always body slam at the ropes, or he would drop him at the ropes here. You know, it was all so that Andre could get back up.
Yeah.
You know, and to hear that, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I was a huge Andre fan. You know,
Right.
I loved Andre. But it was.
I think that anybody that was able to either watch him on TV or anything when they were a kid, he was that one that you're like,
the
oh my
highlight-
God,
yes,
you know what I
the-
mean?
The highlight of my.
It's like one of your childhood heroes.
You know,
what I mean?
I got to see him at Kobo.
Really?
Yes. You know, it was my 16th birthday, and my dad and my uncle and my brother and cousins, we all went down, and Andre was there. And to see the man, we were second row. You know, this is back in the house show days.
Right.
And he went against Tito Santana. Man, he beat the slop out of Tito Santana. But to see Andre in person was
Ooh, he did a
Ain't
shot.
nobody donating.
Nobody's
I
giving
gotta be
money.
drinking. Come on now.
was absolutely the highlight of anything that I've done or seen that has to do with wrestling.
Right. Yeah, and I would agree. Okay. So
I gotta agree because, like me growing up when I was a kid, I was a huge Macho Man fan. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, not the Shawn Michaels that came back after 4 years, but the pre-WWE champion
Yes.
Shawn Michaels, who was the pretty boy and came out with the mirror and always fixing his hair.
Right.
The characters. That's what I loved about
Yes.
wrestling.
no, and I loved, when I grew up, when I was coming up, it was the Saturday morning, right?
Me
They
too.
did the Saturday morning WWF,
10 a.m. on
and then
Channel 2.
and then you had the Hulk Hogan animated series that came on
Yeah.
afterwards when they were in the junkyard, right? And then man, I can remember like some of my I remember the year that Undertaker debuted in Survivor Series.
Oh yeah.
And
I think everybody remembers,
dude,
the first time you seen the dead man.
yeah. Well, and the thing is so
a character that never should have lasted as long
No.
as it did.
No.
And
my parents let me get that pay-per-view because cable was still fairly new at that time. And I got that pay-per-view, and we were at my grandparents for Thanksgiving because it was on Thanksgiving
Yes.
Day.
You know, I
right?
missed that.
Yeah, oh yeah, I missed that too. And I remember bugging my parents. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Survivor Series is coming out. We gotta go. And I mean, it was all night. And finally, we got home, and I got to watch Survivor Series. I ended up passing out during part of it, but I ended up
that's hilarious.
I
'cause
taped it.
That's the way my son acts.
right, yeah. And it was
That's,
VHS.
That's a Skyjacker.
Right,
Yeah.
so VHS, we taped it, and I watched it. But regardless, I wanted the whole reason why I wanted to know who Ted DiBiase's mystery partner was. That's the only reason why I wanted that entire pay-per-view. Anything else, I didn't care. That was the one right there. That's my moment,
No,
my thing.
I know I've shared with you my Undertaker story.
Yes.
And I don't know if I've ever told Billy Ray about it. It was back
Trying to
in
get himself over now.
Well, no, this is kind of this is a cool story. It was we all went and we were there early and you could get in early. It was at the Palace, and it was another house show. And I'm sitting up in the stands and I'm way up high and I've got my foam urn. You remember when they had this styrofoam?
Yeah.
All right.
The yellow
Yeah,
ones with
yeah.
the maroon.
Mhm.
What? Yeah,
I
got
had
it.
that in my hand, and I'm just sitting watching, and Paul Bearer comes out, and he stops and he looks up and he goes, "So I raise up the urn," and then he leaves. He comes back, and he's got Taker, and they look up, and by then people are starting to really fill in, and Taker stops, and he looks up, and this is still before he was talking, and he points up, and he's like, "Man, I marked out like nobody's business." I mean, and dude, I was 18, 19 years old, and I was a little kid all over again.
Josh says you're old. He says, you old. Okay, so along with Ambrose, there's being reported that Hideo Itami has asked for his release, and it's going to be granted because he's going to return to Japan, and there's no fear of him going to AEW.
Who cares? What's he done?
Nothing
Let
since
him go.
Yeah,
since
because
did
he's been
WWE.
hurt
Let
for
him
how
go.
long?
Like I'm not dissing on the guy. Don't take it the wrong way, but they're not doing anything with him.
No.
So why keep him?
Right. So on the most recent episode of the Ross Report, Jim Ross revealed that his contract with the WWE is up in March. Now, he doesn't say if he's re-signing. He doesn't say if he's signing with AEW, but he goes on to say that he doesn't have to worry about where he's going to get groceries from in the year of 2019.
He does have that restaurant though.
Right. Well, and
Right.
that's exactly what he said, though. And he also goes on to say it's a great time to be part of professional wrestling, which I highly agree.
It is.
And he's also coming to the Great Lakes Comic-Con, which is this month. I forget the date, but Mean Gene Okerlund was going to be there.
Yes.
We all know what happened. He passed away. So now they've replaced that with JR, which, yep, I'll be there. And also that day, it's Saturday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, JR and Hacksaw Jim Duggan will be there.
Oh.
And they're doing a panel where they're going to talk and stuff, talk about wrestling. So, yeah, I'll be going Saturday.
We might have to get the band together.
Yeah, get the band's back together! Well, and we do have a crew now that does some things, and that's pretty cool. So, now, would you like to see JR call the action for AEW, or would you like to see him stay with WWE?
No, I want to see him in AEW. I mean, what they're going for.
Yeah.
I think he would be good there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No.
No, he wants to keep him in WWE.
I don't want AEW to make the same mistakes WCW made by getting all these guys that are past their prime.
Okay. Now,
let him go and do his own thing.
Now, so you're telling me that JR isn't the greatest voice of wrestling to ever live?
Gordon Soley was. I'm sorry.
No.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Bobby.
Every
Now,
day-
wait a minute.
every
Wait a
day
minute.
of the
No.
week, Bobby the
okay.
Brain Heenan.
You got to put Bobby the Brain Heenan with Gorilla Monsoon.
Exactly.
Then you have the greatest. Once you take them apart and you put Bobby the Brain Heenan in WCW with what's his name, Mike Tenay or Shivani? Not now.
No.
I like
Mike
Shivani.
Tenay, I think Mike Tenay just sucked so bad it made the brain look bad.
That could be true. But here's the thing: is JR really going to be that good without the King?
I think he could be because he's done some work for New Japan.
Yes.
For Access TV, and
The only people that I ever liked JR with was Vince McMahon and Jerry the King.
Speaking of Vince was a great ring announcer.
He was.
Not a ring announcer, but play-by-play caller. And man, I never knew he was the owner of
not
WWE.
until he wanted us to know.
I had no clue. And here's this guy calling matches with everybody, pretty much everybody, standing next to the greatest legends of the game, and nobody even knew.
Well, and from what I understand, it's because his dad wanted him to have nothing to do with the wrestling part.
Yeah, did you hear that? Who was it? It was Sergeant Slaughter, and I talked about this on the show, that they would put Vince under a mask on house shows to wrestle against Slaughter.
Vince Sr.
So that he would wrestle because his dad Senior wouldn't let him wrestle.
Vince Sr. actually sent him home because he caught him practicing.
Yeah.
He caught him learning, and he sent him home, back to his mom.
I wonder, wouldn't you, okay, so, you're a trained wrestler, right? Your youngest is hardcore into wrestling. Are you going to nurture? Let's say he says to you when he's, 18, 19 years old, maybe even younger than that, he says, Dad, I want to be a wrestler like you. Are you going to nurture that, or are you going to try to shun him away?
He already knows that whatever he wants, I'm going to support him. Doesn't mean I necessarily like it. And it's not because of the wrestling. And I don't think that that's why Vince Sr. didn't want his son in it. I think it was more because he knows what it was like.
I
The
get
business?
it. I get it. Yeah.
Not even the business. You spend a lot of time away from your family.
Okay, all right.
You get what I mean? You spend a
Yeah.
lot of time away from your family, and he knew that. And do I really want that for my son?
Oh, sorry.
Do I really want that for my son? Not really, but I also don't want to tell my son he can't go and live his dreams.
Well, you remember, I can't remember which Tough Enough, but Triple H showed up, and he was talking to the group, and he told them, if you have plans on having a wife, if you have plans on having a kid, if you have plans on being anything other than the WWE champion at any cost, go home and quit wasting these guys' time. And he was dead serious.
But you know what, though? Somebody like that says something like that, and then he's married to the boss's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
and
can only take it for what it's worth.
Well,
I can
this
only
is
take it
before
so
he
far.
was married.
Well, was it before he
Yes,
was
it was
married?
before he
Okay,
was
all right.
married,
If
yeah.
it was before that, all right. But now if he walks in there and says that to me, and as a wrestler, I'm going to be like, I can only take that for what it's worth. Dude, you married the boss's daughter. Now, if somebody that, say, maybe a trainer comes in and says that, whoever it may be, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
Matt Bloom?
Yes, Bloom. There it
Yeah,
is.
A-Train.
Bloom comes in and says that. okay, I can believe it. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Even if he is married, because I don't know that he's married, because he's always there, right? He's always something WWE. He's always doing something with WWE.
That's what pays the
Right, exactly. But you get what I
the
mean?
bills.
But yeah. So now, speaking of AEW, they have released that ticket for information for Double or Nothing will be made available February 7th, which is next week, which I believe is what, Friday?
Yeah.
They're going to have a ticket information party. These guys, man, I'm telling you, they're marketing geniuses.
Yes.
Ticket information party to announce the information. Should make for an interesting time. Now, it's of note that this is occurring after, which is now officially, as of yesterday, Kenny Omega's contract with New Japan expired. So now, on the 7th, they have this. Do you think we will hear the announcement that Kenny Omega has officially signed with AEW, or are they smart enough to keep it under wraps and don't do anything until Double or Nothing, or even further on down the road? Thoughts?
If they keep it quiet, I'm just saying, they keep it quiet. He does. Let's say he does sign with AEW, and they keep it quiet and they don't say nothing. Everybody's gonna know that he signed with AEW, because why hasn't he shown up in WWE? Why hasn't he shown up in Impact? Why hasn't he shown up in Ring of Honor?
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. I don't think
All
you
right.
can hide it.
Now, okay.
You can't really hide that.
All right. Now, with that said, though, doesn't that create a buzz and put more eyes on your product? Even still, they might know, but they really don't know. Doesn't that help create that buzz that you want? That eyes on your product? Doesn't that what that's going to do?
It does, but they don't really. The thing is AEW doesn't need Kenny Omega to be a success.
You think so?
No.
I don't know about that.
They don't need Kenny Omega to be a success, and here's why. Because look at WWE's. If they put all of their money and all of their stock in Roman Reigns, does that still mean their company's going to be a success?
No. But
You can't put everything on one
I'm not
person.
saying. Now, here's the thing. I don't think that their success solely depends on Kenny Omega. However, certain things do. If AEW doesn't sign Kenny Omega, I do not believe we will see a deal between AEW, New Japan, and ROH. If they don't sign Kenny Omega.
I don't see a deal between them anyway.
Really?
I don't necessarily think that
don't think so.
NJPW needs AEW.
I don't think they need AEW, but I think AEW needs New Japan.
I don't think so.
Yeah, oh, you don't think?
Look at how much money the guy's got.
If they sign a deal with ROH and New Japan, think of the talent that they can bring in on a part-time basis.
Okay, hold up. Have you seen the talent from the Japanese promotion that they are partnered with already?
Yes.
These guys
It's
are
Chinese
great.
promotion, I thought.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I said, Chinese.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Did I? Did I not say Chinese? I
No, you
might
said
not.
Japanese.
Did I? Okay, well, I'm sorry. Chinese promotion. But these guys are incredible talents. They are. And they're already going to bring something to AEW.
And I would agree
So
with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They don't need New Japan. They've already got this other partnership deal.
But as far as name recognition goes, and when you're looking at a marketing standpoint from a business, all right, and I'm not trying to be a dink and be like, hey, I'm smarter than anybody or anything, because I'm not, all right? But just looking at it from a business thing, I got a business degree, and I'm looking at it from that way, all right? As from a business standpoint, right, name recognition's a big deal, right? Everybody knows AEW. A lot of people know the Elite from the independents. Everybody knows New Japan.
Yes.
A lot of people know ROH. I think that New Japan is a bigger name than ROH, personally. But
Okay,
Oh,
but
it is,
Cody went
absolutely.
over to New Japan. The Bucks were over at New Japan. If I'm not mistaken, Neville or Pac was at New Japan.
at
Yes.
some point, yeah.
Okay,
AJ.
so you already have those fans that are now having eyes on it, even without doing a partnership deal with them. But now you get this Chinese promotion that these Chinese people know all these guys. Now you have their eyes on your product as well.
Right.
So it's adding that more because they don't need New Japan. They've already got people from New Japan working for them.
No, and I agree that. But I think what I'm getting at is more like a like what you see with ROH in New Japan, where you have like a multi-promotion pay-per-view, or not even so much a pay-per-view, but an event. You know what I'm saying? And that really helps build the camaraderie, and also helps build the brand AEW itself. That's all I'm saying.
All right, here we go. We haven't.
Do you
mentioned
think?
it yet.
Let's be honest here. Do you think that New Japan would even be remotely in the position that it's in right now if it wasn't for the guys of the Elite? Absolutely not. There's no way. There's no way that the ROH and New Japan would have sold out the Madison Garden if it wasn't for the Elite. Not going to happen. Guarantee it.
Well, you
No
know,
way.
but
I agree with you. So,
Yes.
but you just said that AEW needs New Japan. To me, with what you
But-
said, it sounds more like New Japan needs AEW.
New
No,
Japan.
I think it goes
but
both
New
ways.
Japan can sell the Tokyo Dome, which is a giant building. Japanese wrestling
Yeah, but that's
is
in Tokyo.
different. Yes, Japanese
That-
wrestling is
well,
different.
hold on. That's in Tokyo. If AEW went and ran an event in Japan, you don't think they could sell out a building? All of their talent all their main talent that they've announced have all wrestled in New Japan.
That's
so
true.
why couldn't they?
They could, I think, but
Not without the help of New
but the
Japan, 'cause they ain't
Japanese
gonna let them in
fans
the door. You know
They
how?
don't have to
okay.
do the Tokyo Dome. I'm just saying sell
Right,
out
oh,
a
yeah.
building in Japan. It didn't even have to be in Tokyo.
Better have some friends.
I don't know if you guys remember Lalana and Furnace. Okay, do you remember them? They're the tag team. They originally came from Japan. They were huge in Japan. They came to the United States wrestling for WWE. They were here for like 6 months. These guys in Japan were just over the top. These people, they loved them. They came here, they wrestled in WWE for 6 months, 8 months or so, and then they left because they said American fans don't understand wrestling. What it was is the difference that they explained it was that Japan wants to see hold for hold, move for move, mixed in with your flying, and America wants the gimmick. You know, and we talked about that earlier. You know how big the gimmicks are. To combine the two would be money for everybody. You know, that's what I'm getting at. If you can take both of them and put them in, and from what I understand, NJPW has done well when it came to California. It's done a couple of shows and it's done well. Do they need each other? No, you know, you're both right. They don't need each other. But is there money if they do? Oh, absolutely money.
I think that also helps AEW sell itself.
It would make
for
it
TV
legitimate.
deals.
It would
Yeah.
legitimize.
I don't necessarily
AEW.
say it would make it legitimate, but I think it would help them sell
on
their
a world
product.
stage.
Yeah,
On a world stage, it would legitimize AEW.
yeah, and I don't know. Like with what they got now, like okay, you got Jericho. To be truthfully honest, Jericho's the biggest name that they have right now.
Mm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Bucks, you got Cody.
AEW?
Yeah,
Cody's a pretty big name, though.
he is a
too.
big name,
But
but when,
what's the first big match you're gonna see? Let's be honest. What's the first big match you're gonna
That
see?
I want to see, or that
you're gonna see. You're gonna see Cody Rhodes versus Jericho.
you think so?
I think so. I think
don't
that's
know.
gonna be the first.
I hope.
because
Let's
that's the
be
draw
honest
match.
here. Let's hope that AEW makes some kind of a deal with NWA, and we see
Hangman
something.
Page
Yes.
Impact. That's going to be the
Oh,
first
now there
big
you go.
match.
That's
going to
yeah.
be the
That's a
first.
that's
I
a
would
good
love
match
to see
too.
that. I would
That's
love
a
to
great
see
Just
match.
saying.
All right,
They've
so
already laid the groundwork for it.
Mhm.
that's the end. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get any legit wrestling questions because it's really late. But we're going to do some legit wrestling questions. You can ask any of us, all of us, when we come back. All right, so here we are. It's legit wrestling question time. There's not many viewers in there now because we have ran way over, but that's okay because it was a redneck party. We had a great
That's 'cause I
time.
talk too much.
No, man, that's what the show's
No,
all
it was
about.
a good time.
You know what? Listen, man.
But
You know,
now, because everybody left, they don't get the major announcement. that
oh,
we
I
waited
forgot
till the
about that.
end.
I forgot about that.
So, I have the flight booked, and it's happening. Billy Ray Daniels is going to ACW
Really?
in Florida at the end of April.
Nice.
Well then, wow.
All right.
So you
I
heard
will
it here.
be leaving here April. I will be getting there April 20th, and I will not be back until May 2nd.
Now, so you heard it here first. Billy Ray Daniels on his way to
That is
ACW, which is American Combat Wrestling, which is owned by WWN, which is WWN Live, which is owned by Gabe Sapolsky. If you don't know who Gabe Sapolsky is, he was, very involved in ECW and some other things back in the day, and he was the right-hand man of some very influential people in the wrestling business. And our boy, Cyrus 18's down there, and Nolan Edwards has been down there, and it looks like Edwards has earned himself a spot because he was down there again this week. So he was down there last week, went against our boy Cyrus. He was again down there this week, went against Samuel Conyers. And then now looks like he's going to be a regular spot on ACW, which is pretty cool. And now we find out that Billy Ray Daniels is now flying to Florida. And
Just saying, what would be better than seeing the season 4 winner of Proving Ground versus the season 5 winner of Proving Ground?
that would be pretty
nice,
cool.
yes.
That would be sweet.
Just saying.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, that's it.
I would
because
tell you
we-
this, Cyrus is like one of my best friends in the world. But it only took me one time to win Proving Ground.
Yeah. What we got here? Do you think AEW will let the indie guys keep the gimmicks or restart like WWE could make them? I think they're going to let them get...
Here's the thing, though, is WWE doesn't make everybody restart.
No, like AJ Styles.
Adam Cole has the same gimmick. AJ Styles has the same gimmick.
It's not everybody.
EC3.
Kevin Owens has the same gimmick. He had to change his name, but he has the same gimmick.
Well, that's because Vince wants to own the money.
Daniel Bryan, I mean, he didn't really change his gimmick much when he came in.
No, he was just
changed
another
it.
name change.
Over time, he changed, but not when he first came
No,
in.
I think Bryan's
CM
just
Punk
evolved.
was still CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't make everybody change.
BCW Wrestling established 2000. Where are you out of, dude? Hook us up. Let us know where you're out of, man, if you're still on there. Where are you at? State, stuff like that. You got a Facebook page? I want to check you out, man. So thanks for joining us, by the way.
Oh, God, don't. It's backyard crap. Look at that.
Is it really?
Backyard wrestling on a trampoline.
Oh, backyard.
Go to a school, get trained, kid.
All right, if it happens, here would be better. Oh, he wants it to be better. He wants it to be here. We've seen
What?
it here.
Well, we've seen it here, and this is it. That's what I was gonna say.
We've seen what here?
You and
versus
Cyrus?
I have never wrestled Cyrus in Port Huron.
Oh.
Not one-on-one. The only match we've ever been in has been a battle royal.
Ooh, we got a thumbs down. Yeah.
Oh,
That's probably my fault. It's probably that one.
Whatever. Life goes on. Thumbs
still
down.
on.
All right. So those are all the questions for tonight. Listen, guys, check it out here. Don't forget to scroll down in the bottom there and get your Rasslin Rage T-shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/RasslinRage. You can also click down there and get all kinds of. Oh Lord!
I guess I haven't.
Yeah, you can down there. You can go to WWEshop.com and you can also go to Highspots.com. Click those links. Rasslin Rage gets a very small commission on that stuff. Also, very limited edition Rasslin Rage T-shirts on our merch store for Streamlabs. If you click the donation link and click the tab that says merch store or something along them lines, and you can buy a coffee mug or a T-shirt, whatever you want to do. Don't forget, you can check out Billy Ray Daniels on...
Make sure when you come to Blue Water Championship Wrestling tomorrow night that somebody gets the teeth that I knock out of James Alexander.
Oh!
I had one more in the chamber, sorry.
Oh. Ba-bow, ba-bow. All right, guys. It's been a great night. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. We're going to see you guys tomorrow at Blue Water Championship Wrestling's event at the American Legion Post 8 in downtown Port Huron. Make sure you get there when the doors open, and if you see any of us, make sure you say hi. We'll check you guys next week, same time, same place, r2youtube.com. Again, make sure you head over to Facebook, and make sure you also give this a big like. We'll see you guys next week. My name's Cody, and all these guys over here, Redneck, Skyjacker, and the Beal Man. Check you guys later.
later
We're
on,
out.
guys.
We are the Death Threat Army. Vehicle City Villain Aaron Orion. Black Diamond Jack Price.
The Wild Child Jody Threat.
And Weaponized Alex Weir. And you're watching Rasslin Rage live on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on YouTube.